Operation Balkan Air. As the violence of the Yugoslav wars reached new levels of brutality in the 1990s, NATO's role rapidly expanded from observation to enforcement, and eventually to direct military intervention. But behind every airstrike and peacekeeping patrol, there was another kind of mission, less visible, but just as vital. Operation Balkan Air was that mission. A continuous, flexible air support and logistics operation designed to sustain NATO's presence, deliver supplies, monitor conflict zones, and support humanitarian relief efforts across a region torn apart by ethnic strife. Launched during the height of NATO's involvement in the Balkans, Operation Balkan Air wasn't a combat operation in the traditional sense. It was a high-tempo, multinational aerial lifeline that linked Western Europe with frontline operations in Bosnia, Kosovo, Macedonia, and Albania. Every day, aircraft crisscrossed the skies delivering fuel, food, medical supplies, and personnel to NATO forces and allied agencies. C-130s and C-17s brought in heavy equipment and flew out wounded civilians and troops. Surveillance aircraft like AWACS monitored troop movements on the ground, providing real-time intelligence that shaped the decisions made in NATO's command centers. What made Operation Balkan Air unique was its adaptability. At any given moment, it could transition from a transport mission to an emergency evacuation or an intelligence-gathering sortie. It supported humanitarian corridors and ensured that critical UN operations in besieged cities like Sarajevo had the support they needed to survive. In isolated airstrips under threat, NATO aircrews landed under fire to deliver aid or extract injured civilians, navigating damaged runways and mountainous terrain with precision and speed. Balkan Air also enabled strategic air mobility for NATO's rapid reaction forces. Troops and armored vehicles were airlifted into hot zones with barely any notice. The operation served as the backbone of NATO's ability to reinforce peacekeeping missions like SFOR in Bosnia or KFOR in Kosovo. Even in the midst of air campaigns such as Operation Allied Force, Balkan Air provided the logistical muscle to keep operations moving, fueling jets, transporting munitions, and relocating command personnel on short notice. Though it rarely appeared in headlines, Balkan Air was the thread that held NATO's broader Balkan strategy together. Without its constant presence in the skies, the coordination between peacekeepers, aid organizations, and diplomatic missions would have broken down. It allowed NATO to be everywhere it needed to be, even when roads were blocked, bridges destroyed, or time was of the essence. Operation Balkan Air also reinforced NATO's operational doctrine of interoperability. Aircraft, crews, and command structures from dozens of NATO nations operated as one, rotating through missions with shared logistics, standardized procedures, and a common purpose. Pilots from different countries flew side by side, guided by shared intelligence, bound by a joint mission. In many ways, Operation Balkan Air was the silent engine of NATO's success in the region. It didn't deliver shock and awe. It delivered stability. It wasn't defined by combat victories, but by the lifelines it extended in the face of collapse. While the mission has long since concluded, its legacy endures in NATO's understanding of how to project soft power through air power by delivering presence, deterrence, and relief all at once. In the skies above a shattered region, Operation Balkan Air showed that sometimes the path to peace is flown, not fought.